And I'm back, and I'm working on the Toyota Corolla, the 2007 Toyota Corolla. And there has been a change of plans here, a change of direction. I've been welding on it, and I've been fixing underneath and all sorts of stuff. And the last you saw where I took out the rear axle and to change the bushings. I even made a tool up to press the new bushings in. I'll show you that here in a second. We can take a look at that in a minute. But so if anyone wants to make up their own tool to press in the rear axle bushings, I'm going to show you that tool here right now, and then I'm going to get back and talk about the car, what we're doing with it. And what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to make a tool to install these bushings in that rear axle of that 2007 Toyota Corolla. Remember the bushings I laboriously pounded out of that rear axle? Okay, so here's the new ones, and they probably won't push in as easy as I'd like them to. So there's actually, you know, there's a factory-made press you can buy, and they're quite expensive. But I think I can manufacture one here. I've got a piece of 3-inch pipe. I'm going to cut a notch out here. And here's the orientation the press has to work to push this into the axle. And you can't just push straight down on the outside there because that funny shaped piece is in the way. Okay, so here's the two pieces I cut. This is a cylinder, and this is a cylinder with a notch cut out of it. Okay? And they're each going to go one on each side of that. On the axle, there's a, it's much narrower than this. It's only maybe, say, this wide. And it's a little smaller in diameter this, but this I'm just going to use it to explain how this is going to work. So this goes in here like that. All right. And then we're going to be wanting to push that into the hole in the axle. All right. So, and then on the other side, I'm going to put this other piece because this will fit inside of this a little bit, right? You see that? It goes in so far. Because when it comes through the axle, I want it to, I don't want this to be in the way. So, you know, if I just put a flat plate across there, this might bottom out on the plate before it gets all the way through the axle. So I got a pipe there and this here. And then I've got two pieces of angle cut. I've got one for here, and I've got one for the other end. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drill a hole in these pieces of angle. And then I got a piece of ready rod or all threaded rod, and I'm going to put a nut on either side. And when I tighten those nuts, it's going to shorten this distance, and that's going to push that bushing into the axle. And let's get that out of the way for a second. And when this comes through the other side, instead of it just being blanked off on the other side of the axle, just because of that little shaft sticking out there, what'll happen is that'll go inside the pipe so far as it pushes in, and so that little bit can go inside the pipe there like that. So this will be, by then this will have bottomed out on the housing of the axle, and that'll be fully installed. You know, I've never been really good at math, but I did the math on this car, and I figured the time and the effort that I was going to take to fix all the rust under there. You know, like there was a lot of rust in those rockers, and some other places, and you could see it in the fenders. You know, I took off some plastic inside the back seat there last week, and this just, you know, these cars that come out of the Rust Belt, you know, it's pretty bad. So, okay, so I've decided to part out the car and sell the parts and stop spending any money on it at this point. And I could have, you know, tried to sell it just one piece, but I've decided, you know, I've thought about it, and I can make some more videos and show you as we go. But I'm going to take out the engine and the transmission, and I'm going to sell them either as a set or separately. But the engine's good, as we know. The transmission's good, so that'll sell. I got the radiator to sell, all that kind of stuff. There's all sorts of things I can sell to part this out. And you know, I didn't pay much for the car, and I had a few things on hand. Anyway, so yeah, there was a bunch of stuff I bought. You know, I bought that charcoal canister, and so I decided, you know, how much would it cost me to send it back? So I paid about almost $400 for it. and there's about a $50 penalty for sending it back. So, you know, it's a bit of a loss that way, but I'm not into having to spend endless money and time on this old car. You know, it was fun. You know, I got it for cheap. I figured I would fix it, but it was getting too far. It was getting into too much, you know, and so one guy there, Nev, over in the UK, is going to think that I couldn't put the axle bushings in, but no, that wasn't it. And you know, it was all within my capabilities, but I just decided, you know, I'm going to draw the line. I have other projects to do, and I've got other cars to work on, and this was just getting to be a bit long, you know, and so that's how it's going to go. And we'll show you that job as it goes forward, but yeah, it's not going to be on the road again. It's going to be parted out and sold for bits, and better luck next time. It's a pretty rusty carcass on this thing, right? So I mean, even, I'll tell you, you didn't see it earlier, but there's these towers for the struts were all rusty here. I would have had to rebuild these. You know, you can stick a screwdriver through them anywhere. It's just, it goes on and on and on. So anyway, that's the update. I'll bring you along a couple of times during the day today while I'm getting ready to take this engine out of here, and we'll go from there. But that's the story. All right, never a dull moment here at Everyday Projects. Okay, so I got the wiring harness taken off the engine. And I've got the power steering disconnected. And most everything out over here. All right, and there's 2 shift linkages here, and there's clips I got to take off. Take those off of there. And disconnect that bracket. And a few other things, cut a couple of hoses off. That heater hose. And we're getting pretty close to slinging it. And then the CV axles are old, so instead of going through all the muck of trying to take the wheel off and take the nut off the end of it and save them, I'm just going to saw them off. I'm going to saw them off on either side of the engine and just call it done. And that'll help facilitate getting this out, because, you know, who's going to want to buy a used CV axle, right, for that matter? You can get them pretty cheap these days. And that's your clutch slave cylinder there. I've just cut the hose right there for it. Yeah, it's getting there. Anyway, so we put a 4x4 across 4 of those roof joists. And I got my chain block here, and I pulled it up there on a rope. And then I put a chain with a cinch grab on it in the eye of the chain block, and then I let the weight of the chain block on the chain, so that's good. Okay, so I found a bolt on the engine mount here. I took it out, put my chain in there, and over here I took a bolt out on the casing of the transmission. It's quite a long bolt, a lot of threads on it, and I got my other end there, and I ran the chain up so it's under stuff. The only thing I can see, maybe it's against, well, it's going to be against that. This, I'm going to take this one out. Okay, let's see what happens here. Yeah, of course. Now, this one's out. Weight on it. Okay. The trouble with an engine mount there, I had to cut it off with a grinder. Okay, it's coming up clear. That axle's a little long. Higher. Oh, picking up. There we got her. Yep. It's coming. Yep. Oh, I got the chain is, let's see what's happening. Chain is through there. Now, I think I'm on the manifold at the back there. Manifold's starting to, yeah, I gotta bring it this way a bit. I think that's it. We got her. Yeah. And there it is, guys. We got it out. Boy, it would have been a lot easier to change that manifold that I changed last month if I'd have known I was taking it out. Look at how easy it is to get to. Anyway, that's the story. I cut those axles off. Yeah, that was the way. A little rusties on the side of the engine, but it's not the end of the world. So this engine is the 1ZZ-FE. That's what it is, the 1.8. 126 horsepower. Okay, so I put my fancy axle in there without the bushings pushed in. But, and it's upside down. I put the axle in upside down. I just wanted to get it in there so we could put the wheels on it and get it on this U-Haul trailer. And engine is over here. You see all that cross member too, that thing there? That had more rust in it than I realized at first. Look at here, coming across there. I mean, they're all things that can be changed, but it adds to the job, you know. And here's the engine hanging in here. There's the engine and transmission. Anyway, we got that on the trailer. And only a few curse words and 2 fights. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. That's okay. That makes it sit nice and like a dune buggy, like you said. Bush buggy. Like a bush buggy. Yeah. Well, baby, it's over. Today is the last day of us being together. It's been a wonderful time we've had together. When I first saw you, I knew that we could be very special together. And but alas, it's come to pass that we must part company today. I rolled on the ground with you. I touched you in ways and in places that you didn't think you'd be touched, and enjoyed our time together. I really did. And you know, I had other plans, and I thought it would be a lot longer journey that we'd have together, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. And when it's good, it's good. And it was good. I had a lot of plans for us, but today we're taking you on a trailer. This is the sad goodbye to the little Toyota car. It was just, we were good together, but it was just getting to be a little too much for me. It's not you, it's me. Or how do I say that? It's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. Anyway, it's the end of a chapter. You know, I had some hopes for this car, but it just wasn't going to be. You know, that's just the way it is. You know, you can get disappointed. You know, you can cry yourself to sleep a few nights, but it's over. It's over, baby. It's over. That's quite a road. This was a logging road, you know, until they paved it in the, I don't know, the 70s, I think they paved it. It was a logging road. That's why it's all these twists and turns, because it's all these switchbacks that you know, log-laden trucks would have to take. And then they just followed this when they paved it. They didn't straighten it out. Is it still there? Oh yeah, that's still there. That's what I call a tailgater. I love these adventures though. You know, some people would think, oh well, what a waste of time, blah 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 blah, you know. I don't look at it that way. It's an adventure, right? Loading that thing and dragging it off and going to the junkyard. Man, I love a junkyard. I can't get quite enough of a junkyard. Look at this now. Check this place out. Meet you here today. There's so many things to say. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. How deep that puddle is. All right, here we go. Sure, if you want. Yeah, you want me to go ahead a little farther?
Yeah, go ahead a little farther. Let me get this one off.
Yeah, I want you out of the way first. Yeah. Good thinking.
I want me out of the way too.
Yeah, good plan. Good plan. Okay, and if you get yourself out of the way, I'll let this one go. Well, it's been fun. Just took a sudden dive, so that's the end of it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry to let you down. And as always, put your comments down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. So put a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this whole thing. And we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.